That's awful.
What do you mean?
Awful.
It was fucking perfect.
No one can listen to that. That is terrible.
Yeah, that's a great way to start.
Haven't done. When was the fucking last time an episode went out? Was the 17th of April. So it's been that long, and that's the intro to the return.
Sorry, we were catching up on Game of Thrones. God,
100%.
Absolute bullshit. Welcome, I guess, to the pod. It feels like I'm talking to people that I haven't known for ages. Everyone's going to be here in different voices. We've got John's been on before. How many times have you been doing it, John? Like twice?
I've
once?
I've done it once, mate. I've done it
once. Fantastic. Yeah. So we've got Leon, we've got Joe, and we've got Conor. So we're now the biggest multicultural podcast there ever has been. The rest of you have to speak now. This is part of the pod.
Silence.
I'm confused about the multicultural thing.
I was trying to figure out the multicultural. I was like, we got Chinese, we got Irish, we got Welsh.
Yeah.
Welsh and English.
Connor's very
it's
American.
Multi, no? Huh?
It's multi.
Everyone's just folded. It's fine on Discord. It's absolutely fine on Discord. But now we're actually recording and this goes out to the masses. Everyone's doing a John and going silent.
I don't go silent. What do I do? When do I go silent?
Look at Conor. I can see his blip. He's flatlined.
Yeah, Conor, UK welfare check, Conor.
He's sleeping.
He's just going.
It's still going.
It's still flatline. There's a little blip. How is fuck it. How is everyone? It's been a while. I feel like there's been a resurgence now because we're all getting back in the World of Warcraft. So I'm going to assume that this is what the podcast is going to be about, is World of Warcraft. So apologies to the people listening that fucking hate MMOs. Tough shit.
I thought we were doing a meditation podcast. It was pretty peaceful.
It sounds
and
like
quiet.
it with the radio silence. I'll get into it then. John, have you picked a class?
Yeah, I'm just sticking to Shaman, mate.
He's playing DK.
No, I'm not playing DK. No.
DK.
Oh, there he is. There's Conor.
We need a grip.
Yeah. There he is. You are definitely not sticking with a Shaman.
Why not? What makes you think? Look, we need a Shaman. We need the Wind Fury. Did
you pick Warrior? What would you pick Warrior for then?
No, I didn't. I've changed my mind. I logged on for about 15 minutes. I dicked around, did a time walking dungeon, and I decided that actually, do you know what? Warriors is just simply not for me this season. 100%.
He's going to put his hand up. Conor, go. Would you like to speak?
John, you're the type of guy who opens a pack of M&Ms and goes, I love the brown ones, and then after eating two of them, you're like, you know what, I actually love the blue ones, and then you keep changing colours.
I mean,
that's you in classes, okay?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but one thing that I do find myself going back to is the fucking wine gums. The wine gums being Shaman. So, you know.
Why do you not like Warrior?
Well, no, I mean, it's fun, but it's just, I don't know, I always find myself going back to Shaman. I've not mained another character since playing Shaman with you guys first time round.
Well, first time round, he did play Warrior. Just going to put that out.
I was going to say,
that was Protection Warrior.
Yeah,
then,
I met you as a prot warrior.
Yes, that's correct. That's very true. But then I very quickly switched over to Shaman.
Which is mad, because when I first met you, I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is a great tank. Like, I was like, oh my God, I actually really like playing with him. Which is crazy now. I know, which is crazy now that I know him, considering how fucking flabbergasted he gets in any situation. I thought, now you look back and you go, how is this geezer a fucking tank? How did you deal with that pressure? Because I've seen you with a poison cleanse totem and it's pitiful.
We're going to spend the next 10 minutes talking about
dog pile.
I'm not wrong, am I?
Well, you're not. No,
right.
no, you're not.
Poison cleanse totem doesn't help his DPS, so he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, You know what also doesn't help his DPS is when he's dead.
Dying.
That's
very
true.
true.
I never
Which
die.
is
I
why
don't know what he's
Shaman's
talking
good, because he gets 2 lives, isn't it?
about. Exactly. Bang, bang, back in the action.
Bang, back on the floor.
When does the when is the next? Is it 18th? Is when the next raid comes out.
The 11th, which is next week, reset is the new patch, and then 18th, the following week, is when everything else comes out. So raid and Mythic Plus.
Is everyone excited for it? What's the feelings on the current changes that people are having to their classes?
Honestly, outside of the classes, I'm fucking well happy. Like the new world boss stuff, insane. Like having flexible mythic raid is going to be so good for our guild mainly.
Because can't you do it 10 man?
You can do it 10 man. You can do it whatever. So we can actually do that.
So that's not locked to 20 man anymore.
No.
No,
World
it's
boss
an
was
instance.
World boss, wasn't it? It's now an instance boss with flexible. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
So we got to hear Conor screaming mechanics on Mythic
as well. Yeah. The loot changed as well. So like now, when you kill it, it'll roll, and like you might get a piece of loot. But if you get loot, it'll be for your class. It won't just be warbound. So if you have ults, you can kill it every week and that.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I mean, that's so much more
worse than
flexible.
like walking in week 1, killing it, getting an eye level upgrade, but it was a piece of fucking cloth or something, and you're like, oh yeah, great, wasted so much time in my life.
I see.
The gear grind's going to be so different too, because now when we're pushing heroic, we're going to be getting mythic gear from heroic, but in the vault. So you get the level higher than what you're doing raid at. So we're all going to be geared full mythic before we even finish raid, essentially.
I think what this means is that it's just going to highlight the people that are really shit at gearing.
Yeah,
because they're just not going to have an excuse.
What,
to
like
not
75% of the guild?
It'll hide it more, because everyone always had mid-track gear because everyone did M10s, which are like super easy. So the only difference is people who only raid log now are actually going to have gear.
Connor's the only person using the hand function. Just jump in, man.
Yeah. Again, though, you will do heroic raid. It'll give you mid-track in the vault, but there isn't. Like, you shouldn't be taking mid-track in the vault unless it's an actual biz piece. The extra rerolls is a higher priority.
Can I just say something? I've been so out of it, I haven't even unlocked the reroll function yet in the game.
Yeah, I have no idea what Connor's talking about. I won't lie.
So to clarify, that reroll thing,
okay,
is that the thing where you have to hand in that thing
you get
in Voidstorm?
Yeah, no, that was the stuff early in the season. That's a different track. So this came out a bit later. As it is now, currently, if you kill a raid boss, you can hand in 2 reroll tokens, and then you will get an item off that boss on that difficulty track. Right. And raid will have less items to reroll per boss, like say. So and you'll probably have more business, so better chances of getting what you want, but it costs 2 tokens. But if you use those 2 tokens on a boss and you get the sword at hero, next time if you reroll that same boss, you can't get that on hero. But if you went and then killed the boss on Mythic, the pool resets and it's back to Mythic, like when you're there. Dungeons only took 1 token to reroll, and so you could reroll more of them, and you'd get a mid piece because you get the whatever you get in the vault item level.
So how do we unlock the fucking reroll thing? Because I have done a few Mythic Plus dungeons and I've not had this reroll thing.
You gotta hand the things in to the guy in the Voidstorm, isn't it?
But is it still going to be that?
Okay, so they're changing it around that I believe it's 1 token to reroll everything, but it's not coming into play till week 2. So Ahmed posted stuff about week 1, which is absolute thing. They've come out and said it. It's week 2 rerolls will become available from.
But they're doing vault reroll as well, aren't they now?
To do that, to do the reroll, you still need to complete the original hand-in questy thing. with the guy in the Void Storm where you have to hand in 3 like shards or something 3 times or whatever. Right. So I need to get that done.
Yeah. I don't think it's like there's a catch-up mechanic to it, so it should be fairly quick to get it done now.
Yeah.
I've been doing this podcast for like 4 years, and people are not going to have a fucking clue what we are talking about.
Well, it's our job to educate the masses.
That's precisely it. I mean, this is probably going to be the most World of Warcraft focused podcast you've ever done, Reese.
I completely neglected the fact to explain some kind of intro and just explain that we're all here because we all met on World of Warcraft. Hence why it's such a heavy World of Warcraft focused podcast for anyone that's wondering. Go on.
And the awkward silences are awkward.
Yeah.
We like this in real life. we like this in real. We stand there and we're talking mid conversation, and we just suddenly go quiet because we're just making eye contact.
Basically, what it's like every Wednesday and Sunday evening when we're doing raid. I see that the raid times changed for us as well. Have we changed that? Did the poll?
What are you on about?
We're finishing at 10 o'clock server, which is 9, which was like the new time we did for.
We did that towards the end of last season.
Yeah,
we swapped it around at the end.
It was lovely. Or not?
Have we all decided?
Just means you've. Yeah. It's what we did the end of last season, so it seemed like we were going to do it again. Like I don't see why not. That people got used to it. But just means fuckers need to be on it like half when we go to pull.
I won't.
Only four of us voted.
Yeah.
We're finishing at 9 because me and Joe voted for it.
Yeah. We run this shit.
No one else touched it. It was me, Joe, Tim, and Aston. Or Tom,
Aston always wants to play longer.
Yeah, of course he fucking does. Of course he does. Well, tough shit. We're finishing at 9.
Yeah, but same as he said last season, that gives him time to finish raid at like 10 and then go do a key or so.
Yeah. That would be like the only time that he'd ever go and do a Mythic Plus key. Is after a raid.
Get dragged through it.
Which is it's always ironic. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Aston is top tier. He like holds that right. But I just find it funny that the guy doesn't touch Mythic Plus, and then after doing raids, we go, oh, actually, this is a bit challenging. If only there was something I could do to make me better at this. And then after every raid, it's like, oh yeah, let me go and do a Mythic. Fucking hell.
Have you already decided on classes?
Well, no one's using the fucking hand gesture.
Fuck the hand gesture.
We should probably use the system. Like,
why?
I think that is what it's there for.
What?
Let's just all shout over each other like raid.
It's not a team's call. What the fuck are you on about?
Just do the fucking mechanics, boys.
Just do it.
We kill the boss easy. Just don't stand.
We never kill the boss easy.
Don't stand shit. Just no one does the fucking mechanics.
Fucking do. I know that Leon's the same, and I think John's the same. I'm going to assume that Joe's the same. Does anyone go absolutely mute when Connor's reeling off mechanics?
All of you.
I always end up on my phone.
Okay, let's just go over some stuff, boys. Okay, this is for Theo.
I've already shut off.
Okay, as an example, we'll be going against a new raid on the 18th, which I believe is 8 bosses or so. Prior to that, or the week before, in our Discord, I will drop a link. One will just be a YouTube video, someone's explaining the encounter, just so people know what they're doing.
Didn't you already do this?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. But so these two will just go through what you're going, like mechanics that a boss is going to do, so you know a few bits. Like maybe you have to change target, focus this, or this is bad, don't stand in it. And at the same stage, also one of the other websites gives like a TLD or she, and it's just like a few bullet points, just so people know what it is and they go in. So that all gets sent out prior to raid. We get to raid. And we kill some ads, we get to the first boss, we get to the second boss. When we get to the boss, I'll give the lads a quick breakdown of what has to happen. And then during the fight, when stuff's happening, I'll do call out saying what to do and not. No one turns up to raid, having watched that in a red hand, when we get to a boss and I'm explaining stuff, no one listens because I'll finish listening and the main culprit's Leon because he doesn't know not to speak up, and like we'll be done explaining, done with a few little bits, we'll got our buffs, we'll hit a pull timer, and Leon will go, by the way, do I drop this over here? And I just go, fuck's sake, Leon.
You know what's going to be even worse is that Leon's hyper. I don't know if you're still fixated on it, Leon, but I'm going to assume that there's a part of you that still is. He's now playing RuneScape on a second monitor, so it's going to be even more lack of attention when the mechanics being explained has got to be the perfect opportunity to just tab out and go on to RuneScape.
I'm going to be tabbed up the entire time, honestly. I'm aiming for 99 mining by the end of fucking season.
What did you say? You said you had a macro or something that had an in-game overlay in WoW.
I found like an overlay which you can pull onto any screen, so it tells me when my character's not doing fuck all. So all I got to do is click every 5 minutes. So it's fairly easy. It's like a cooldown. It'll be in my damage cooldown. It'll be click mining rock, carry on. It'd be fun.
It's going to be in his burst rotation.
Yeah. It syncs up perfectly with the second cooldown, so it should be all right.
In between global cooldowns, he's going to tab and fucking click away. The problem I've got, Conor, is that all the stuff that you send through is incredible. And there's obviously a lot of time and effort that goes into it. But I always look at it and think, I don't understand any of that. And I know that you're going to explain it in a really dumb way that I can understand. So I just wait for that.
Yeah. And just as well, just so people know, like, we're not a exactly shit guild, even though we're shitters. Like, every season we go heroic ahead of the curve is what the achievement's called. It's to beat the bosses at that difficulty before the end of the season, where they get easier. And it's estimated people who get ahead of the curve heroic kill is roughly about 12% of the community. And like,
there is no way we're in the top 12%.
And we get it. And we're normally pretty close or just after the halfway point of a season where the content is available. So we're probably a little higher than 12% because of people still like getting it later into the season and stuff. And still, everyone who turns up doesn't know anything that's happening. Like,
which is crazy.
This is the sort of thing. This is the sort of thing where you're in school and your parents go to a parent-teacher meeting and be like, he knows the questions, but if he just did his homework, he'd be a very smart boy.
That's the story of my fucking life.
Given out to for talking in class next.
John would be really good if you just stopped standing in shit. Just stop standing in shit and you'd be all right.
I never do.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he lies down in shit.
I think before I joined this guild, I think the only curve I ever got was when I had paid for it, because I wasn't the guild that I used to be a part of. We just weren't. We didn't gel to the point where we could actually do something like curve. So it was always in my mind this thing that was extremely hard to obtain, and fucking hell, anyone that gets ahead of the curve, that they must be really, really good. I then joined Hooves and Hoes, and then started getting ahead of the curve on every single raid that come out. And now I sit there and think, fuck me. It's really not that difficult. Unless you're doing the raid. What was the one where it took us weeks? What was that one where we were stuck on that boss for fucking...
We're stuck on Queen's Strength.
Is that the one where we swapped down to a 10-man? Did we go down to 10?
Yeah.
When we did the secret raid.
Secret raid.
We've done that the last two. We did that for the Dementius as well.
For the people listening, you can go up to 20 people in these raids, and you can go all the way down to 10 as a standard team composition. And the difficulty scales with how many people you've got. So for a while, we was running at max capacity with a full 20-man group, and it when you've got 17 of those people that are shit, it makes life very, very difficult. So scaling it down to 10 people makes life a lot easier. So we had basically a secret council meeting without the other 10 people and said, we need to do this, because what was it, week 5 or something that we was on?
Mm-hmm.
It's too long.
It wasn't just that it was too long. or it was taken too thin. When we got to that stage on New Brew Plus with Queen Anseract, we'd been on it for like 4 or 5 weeks, twice a week, and we were barely getting through phase 1. We had some progress on phase 2. The fight had 3 different phases, and we hadn't even seen phase 3.
In fairness, the entire fight was phase 1. The rest of it was cakewalk.
But we didn't know that. We hadn't even got to phase 3 yet, and like one wasn't clear. Yeah, but Joe, like you just abandon us every time. But
he's got a bunch of shitters.
That's what the call was. The call was like, let's go with a smaller group, because then if anyone's doing less damage and not pulling their weight, it's easier to make up with, because you've only a small section of us basically. And it was to go in, get it down, and just see what the crack was. And we did that, and we got into 3 and seen P3 was a cakewalk. And was like, okay, boys, honestly, all we have to do is just get phase 1 down clean. And like talking to the whole guild, I was like, that's it. We're just going to jump off the cliff and die every time if it's not clean. And we're just going to get it down. And once we get phase 1 down, we have the whole kill. But we wouldn't have known that without going for the recon mission.
For the recon mission.
In fairness, we didn't actually kill it until they nerfed phase 1, so there was only like 2 jumps or something rather than 3.
I think the most the annoying
other nerf
thing
was the mat it used to do. So you
Those
2
the
soak
webs,
puddles. No, it was the soak puddles. So you 2 soak puddles, and as soon as you pulled the boss and started the encounter, it calculated how many were in the group in the raid. So if there's 20 in the raid on pull, it said there had to be 10 people in each soak puddle, so you had to split evenly. While then, when the soak puddle happens, if one lad was dead, even just one, and then someone went to the wrong group, and you had either 9 in one group, 10 in the other, or you had 11 in one, 9 in the other. You were missing someone, so everyone take extra damage. And that
how does he remember all of this?
That was fixed like week 2 though, because that mechanic was fucking cheeks.
Yeah, but that was like week 2 of us progging it, which is probably week like 3 if not 4, because we were stuck on the council before it with the swapping the 2 bosses.
Oh yeah. The tank mechanic, yeah.
I think the most difficult thing as well is when you look at the damage meters and then you see like the bottom third of the table and you go, oh, you really shouldn't be below the tanks. That's always such a difficult conversation to have, which thankfully I don't have to have because I'm not the guild leader or the raid leader. But that must really suck to have to whisper those people and go, look, you're quite shit. You need to leave.
Do you actually
you're holding us back?
He doesn't do that.
He does that.
Me.
I know he doesn't do that. I fucking know.
I think that's the issue.
People get messages saying like, lad, you need more gear if you want to come to the end of the boss next season.
But then you let him in anyway.
Well, I think this is. I don't think we should put that all on Conor.
Everyone needs more gear for next season.
I don't think that we should put that all on Conor because Conor. If Conor had his way, right, I know for a fact that Conor could and would boot people out. I think what he wants to do, or what we all want, actually gets vetoed at the end of the day.
Brother, we've had this before. We have a tyrannical guild leader, and he probably won't listen to this. So fuck him.
Yeah, Aston.
Right? Yeah. Because we've held democratic votes before to do certain things, right? And they've all swung a certain way, and it's been ignored in the last fucking 5 minutes of that decision. All right, we've seen it happen in person. You weren't part of the group on that specific time, but it has happened. Thankfully, Corey's now swayed our side as well. So next time it happens, there's only one supporter.
Shout out to Corey. Much love.
But again, can confirm, Aston has kicked me from the guild. Okay,
has he?
Corey
previously, yeah.
What do you mean?
What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do? Let's hear that.
They joined DVS to Mythic Raid.
Oh, DVS.
No. We were in season previously, and it was like, okay, we need to like just not do all this. Aston, like, you're not allowed step in shit and all that. And then like, I'm quite sure I like removed him from the raid because he was dying, and then he kicked me from the guild. And then like we added him back. We added him back like next pull or whatever. It was like, Aston, stop standing and shit. This is prog.
I remember, I can't remember what raid it was when we was doing prog, and for people that don't know, prog is progression. Okay.
Slow down.
Can you explain in Mandarin?
I remember when Aston threw a wobbly because we wanted to invite more healers into the group because we needed more healing, and he was
Every
like,
raid.
"No,
Oh man, that
no,
was
my
so
logs,
funny.
my
That
logs."
was
And I remember
so
sitting
good.
there. I don't think I was fully fully integrated into the guild yet, so I hadn't quite come out of my autistic shell. So I thought that I'll keep a little bit quiet, but I was sitting there thinking, "Fucking hell, this guy's going to kill us all." this guy is making this evening hell because he wants the better logs. Painful.
I didn't even pay attention to logs anymore.
No, I don't even understand them.
It's a rat race. You're just against people who are like in better groups and stuff. Like there's like the 100 parses, they kill the boss like within the lust window. It's like, well, if you're not doing that with your group, you don't stand a chance. Like you can't keep up with DPS of someone who's the entire fight is in lust.
Yeah, but also, I don't understand what the pass means.
It ranks like all of the people. So if you have 100 parse, you're literally the best in the world in terms of DPS on that, in terms of logged fights. And if you're like 60%, 40% of people beat you. And you're better.
So when Aston gets those hundreds, he's the best in EU.
Yeah.
In the bracket, at the top, yeah.
But it's generally normal raid, which is completely fucking pointless because he's geared for like mythic and he's doing normal raid. Because most people who are geared for mythic do mythic and they're not fucking trouncing people in normal with no hands.
Did you just say Aston's geared for mythic?
Yeah.
Aston has still been playing at the moment. I will not be shocked if we go back next week and Aston's still high geared.
Yeah.
He will be, but not for a few weeks.
Yeah, because the new rate that came out in 0.7 had a higher eye level drop. Then Aston was one of the few who then kind of kept playing for a while and getting the re-rolls, which were giving you like higher gear and stuff.
Man, so everyone sort of dropped off of a cliff, including myself, to the point where I'd even cancelled my sub. I know John cancelled his sub. That seems to happen every single expansion, every season. Do you ever think that there's going to be a time where that won't happen, where we'd finish the current raid and whilst waiting for the next patch, we actually have something to try and hold us in place?
I think a lot of that will ultimately come down to whether or not anyone actually wants to continue playing Mythic Plus. I know normally, previously as well, like Leon, probably more so me and you, more so than anyone else. I think after Curve we would continue playing and we would continue doing Mythic Plus and pushing and seeing sort of where we can get to, or at least getting 3K or something.
Because are they bringing out new titles and mounts for different? Aren't they adding more brackets into the Mythic Plus?
No, I think they're making brackets
1% or
easier, isn't it? They're
Is it easier?
Making it a little bit more easy for people to get to like the 1% and stuff.
I just don't see what else they. Because if you're not interested in Mythic Plus, if you get Keystone Master and everything else, after that you tend to stop playing. I don't know what you could throw in to try and keep people, because they obviously tried with I don't even know what shit they threw in between these patches.
You're in a raid. The 0.7 patch in a raid. But
raid.
It was one boss.
Those single boss raids,
delves.
That's the stuff that gets people to come back, is things like single boss raids and like mega dungeons and stuff.
Yeah, but then what do you do to keep people, to stop people from leaving? Or do you think that they're just not concerned because they know that they can claw those people back?
They're not concerned because there's a lot of people that will just run their sub the entire time up until the next patch anyway.
Yeah.
So they don't really care if you play or not. Actually, they probably prefer if you don't because it costs less server fees.
Yeah.
Also, let's not forget catch-up mechanics as well, which is a big part of like modern, like just retail WoW in general. Like the fact that like everyone, because the thing is they know they've spent a lot of money on this kind of research and that, etc. And they've obviously paid a lot of money to get data and information on what the consumer, i.e. us as players, typically do. So they know for a fact that player interest and count is going to peak at the beginning of patches, beginning and release of new content, and it will inevitably drop and plateau towards the end of the season, which is why catch-up mechanics and catch-up gear and activities, etc., are a huge part of retail as it is. Like, for example, just now, like literally an hour ago, I logged on my warrior, which had no gear on it whatsoever, and I had a bunch of Void Light Maul, and you can just go up to the person, the Mythic Keystone person, and buy boxes for 750 Void Light Maul each, and it gives you champion gear, and you could get, in theory, to 47 or whatever item level straight away if you've got a bunch of that currency, which you get from doing like literally everything in the game. So like that kind of mechanic pulls people back in, because eventually some people are like, oh yeah, do you know what, I've been away from the game, I'm really bored now, I'm going to come on, I'm going to dabble in like, you know, an ult or whatever, I'm just going to give it a whack and see what it is. And you don't have to grind the same way you do at the beginning of a patch in order to be able to get to the same item level and same power level as you would have done.
You also get the discounts on the upgrading gear after you've done all your main, like cost less of the crests or whatever.
Con?
Yeah, Conor has his hand up. He wants to say something.
Yeah, 100%. Now that's been up a while waiting, but yeah, no. As John said, look, they have the new content, which, as we said, that players use, which is the dungeon pool and the raids, and they are, well, raids and your eye level getting geared up is a time-based thing. You only get so many drops by putting in the hours by killing bosses, and you only get the one upgrade a week from the vault given to you. Over the last few seasons, they've been trying to make it more alt-friendly so people can try other stuff, as you said. Just catch-up mechanics, other bits in, bonuses that if you gear one character, your others are better. So they're trying to make it that you can do multiple things, but they already know themselves that it's not a full season game. But if you're bored and you want to play WoW and you want something to do outside of it, they have enough there that you see people non-stop still doing like collection runs, looking for mounts or looking for other stuff and that. And personally, I'm not looking at a WoW as a full year game, because as I said, like we all kind of have our little goals, get 3 to K, get ahead of the curve. And like that takes a few months normally and keeps us all busy and on and off like throughout the whole time. And then for the second half of the season, which is a few months again, I can park WoW and I can go off and just play a load of different games and then be all excited to come back for the new raid and be like, oh, I'm going to talk with all the lads in the raiding channel and stuff. I catch up.
Or on the podcast.
Yeah. Shout out podcast. It's been like how many months since I last got an episode? Been a disaster. Side note, like podcast ended off last time with a few games. Like they were talking, just started Crimson Desert. There was talk of the new James Bond coming out. We're still looking for updates on a few other games that Reese was playing and that. And like, I'm still waiting for them updates. And like, I have a back catalogue working through them, and they're messaging Reese being like, oh, just got so far in 007. It was class. Can't wait for the podcast to hear what you did differently.
Well, here's my advice. Forget all of that and and move on.
Because like
this is going to be the new gold standard of the pod going forward. To be fair, I mean, I can give you an insight into Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I've been playing that heavily.
Just as a side note, by the way, boys, like we just went through the whole summer and they had all the game conferences. Like even there 2 days ago or a day ago was the THQ Nordic one.
Leon called it.
I messaged Leon and be like,
bingo.
I messaged Reese and be like, Reese, there's a new gaming podcast, the showcase going on, showing off new games going on.
I didn't know what it was.
I hope you're watching this because you do a gaming podcast. Like this is content. And it was the same during summer with PlayStation and Xbox and PC gaming and all. No point listing off 20 shows at the moment. And I'd say 9 out of 10 times, Reese replies goes, what's that? And I'm like, God damn it.
Look, I don't know what you're on about. This is a World of Warcraft podcast.
look. To be fair, this is standard. It's been 4+ months of no recording, right? So there's rust on the hinges. Also, this is a brand new casting, so we have to sort of work out the kinks and get grease in the wheels. Yeah. So once this shit's out of the way, then there's 4 months worth of conversation there of all sorts of shit that I'm sure will come out at some point.
That explains
you know what
the
I mean?
silences.
That does explain the silences, yeah. there's so much to talk about. There's dead air.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have said that at the beginning.
Yeah, anyone that was listening is now not listening. They're not going to hear any of that. They're going to go, oh, fuck. What's the buttons has come back and they're fucking awful.
I'm of the opinion, Reese, that your viewership and listening, well, not viewership, your listening-ship is going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
I can promise you now, I look at the analytics. Anything when there's a World of Warcraft episode, it drops through the fucking floor.
That's when we hook them in. Like Game of Thrones cover is going to go platinum, I swear.
100%. Should we rehearse it? I think we should rehearse it.
No. To be fair, you could easily pre-record it and then make that an intro, but I also feel like copyright. We just get fucked in the arse for doing it.
I'm sorry. If HBO decide to try and copyright that, then seriously, their production values have gone to shit. Because
no, look, I mean, Nintendo, when Nintendo went after Palworld, weirder things have happened.
Yeah, but Nintendo's like the equivalent of Aston trying to hoard healer logs.
That is true.
Nintendo actually owns a bunch of copyrights. Aston just does log.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
Do you see Palworld's coming out with an MMO?
For real?
You see that, John? It's mobile only though, as far as I'm aware. I'm gonna have to do a quick googly woogly.
Genshin with less boobs, more animals.
It got announced the other day. A new MMO coming in, I think, back end of this year. Apparently, they also made a trading card game as well. They're just proper leaning into fucking Pokemon over.
Why not?
You know what? Right?
But
you know what?
It's done so well, and like,
yeah.
How big it's like? I think a £50 game, and like the amount of content in it. Like there is a pure thing where they say when you log in and you start Palworld, turn down your XP given. Like go into your world setting and instead of getting like 1 XP for 1 XP, turn it down to like 0.6 or 0.7 because they say by the time you reach max level and you then unlock all the different type of crafting and weapons and tiers and everything, you're not going to be at the end game. You're going to be just after halfway. So you're going to skip tiers and you're going to then at the end of the game just be focusing on other stuff, and people are like, there is so much in it and you get XP from everything. You actually just want to turn it down. Otherwise, as I said, you're just going to skip content or not interact with certain stuff.
I saw because I was reading about it yesterday, and I don't even know who it was that I was reading, but they made a good point saying that if Nintendo didn't make such a big song and dance about Palworld, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, because fair enough, they reckon that Palworld wouldn't be nearly as big as it is now if it wasn't for all the controversy surrounding it, and then the fact that it is winning in the courtroom, so they can just carry on doing this shit. Has like you just said, Con, it's huge. It's a massive, massive game, and I feel like
what have they done though? That's like so against Nintendo. Like,
it's just so many themes.
They can't throw the ball.
Yeah, Nintendo tried to patent the mechanic of throwing an object. I think they even went as far as to say like a spherical object to capture an animal or a beast or something like that. They tried to say that they owned that, and then it went to court, and apparently it was thrown out because of. And I read this yesterday. A 13-year-old fan-made video of Pokemon and someone doing the mechanic of throwing a ball to capture something using a touchscreen. And because it was fan made, the court said, well, this is bollocks. If you're going to go after them, you need to go after these people, such and such. This doesn't stand. Which is mad. It's and then they also tried to patent, wasn't it flying an animal? Mounting and flying an animal. That's why and they won that, I think, and that's why Palworld now.
Wow, did that?
Or did they
before them?
Palworld, you do still fly mounts, but as part of the stuff with Pokemon, you now don't summon your pals from throwing the ball. Like in Pokemon, you throw out the Pokeball and it pops out. That doesn't happen in Palworld. That has been removed.
Trying to find what the list of things the that they've tried to.
I don't think. I believe the lawsuit helped because any publicity can be good publicity kind of thing, or can have a
to an extent.
Yeah, but for the game wise, it'll still have people realistically check it out and that. But I don't think it helped it as the main point because
it was already pretty big before.
It was already massive. Even when it came out in beta, open access, and that early access and that, it was very big. There was a lot of content streamers playing it. There was a lot of interactions with it, and then the lawsuit started. So they didn't have as big an impact as maybe you assume they did. I don't think it would have been as big.
You can even fly Pokemon in Pokemon. It was just fast travel with fly written on it.
I think it was the remake, the new one, Arceus. You could actually fly around on things, and then the newer ones you can. But games have been doing that for years. WoW has bird pets or bird mounts. I'm sure plenty of other games do it as well.
Yeah, it says Nintendo sued Palworld for having a feature in their game where players could summon and ride pals to traverse the world. Nintendo's latest direct reveals Monster Hunter free stories, free gameplay where players can ride monsters to traverse the world.
You could do it on Digimon as well.
There's loads of fun. You can do it on World of Warcraft, for fuck's sake.
In Final Fantasy, you go to space on a whale.
Yeah.
There's...
I don't understand how you can patent that, but also we've spoken about it before quite a lot on different episodes of the pod, because when Palworld was first announced, I remember seeing the trailer for it and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it was just Pokemon with guns, and it was such an absurd idea where you just have to try it out, and I remember playing it and thinking it wasn't for me, as everyone knows. The minute you introduce building mechanics, I'm out. I can't be bothered with it. I'm not involved. But it was such a unique idea. And we've said on the pod before, you can't help but think, is it because Pokemon in itself was going quite stale and the last few iterations of Pokemon that have come out weren't received fantastically? Is it sort of them throwing their toys out of the pram because this random fucking company, Pocket Pair, is now making this game that's rivaling an absolute huge IP.
I think, you're heading in the right direction on that one. I think, for years and years, decades, Pokemon was largely untested. I mean, you could throw a spanner out there and say, okay, Digimon was kind of its competitor in a way.
I think Digimon was the competitor.
Yeah, but let's put it this way. Let's put it into context, right? You've got, let's say you take the FPS world, for example. You've got Call of Duty. You've got the Call of Duty franchise. You've got Battlefield franchise. You've got Counter-Strike out there, which is the long-standing pillar of gaming in general. But in terms of the FPS world, you've got so much diversity, so many different types and versions and variations of FPS that the list goes on. We could do we could do 2, 3, 4, 5 A4 pages of games which are FPS born, right? But then you look at Pokemon, you think, okay, well, how many other games are there out there which are innovations of that genre? I literally don't know any. Literally, there's no any. So you think for decades and decades and decades, Pokemon was the only franchise which that of that genre. Like, of course, when something new comes out, people are going to be like, "Well, that's interesting. Oh, that's a Pokemon ripoff. Is it though? You know, forced labor of the things you capture. I like that. That's a bit of
Of course, the Chinaman likes that.
No, not me. Not me.
Leon with his hand straight up.
Your colonial past is jumping with joy.
Yeah, true. Either it's just like capturing things and getting the fight for you. Like Shin Megami Tensei did that years before Pokemon.
Yeah, Gladiators.
Yeah.
What about Game Freak's new game? Have you seen that?
I've heard mid reviews.
Oh, what, the one with the wolf, the girl on the wolf?
Beasts of Reincarnation.
It's pretty much Expedition 33, but reskinned.
Is it?
It's
then it
very,
sounds
very
Have you played
similar
Expedition
gameplay.
33?
No, I haven't. No.
Like,
Right.
Leon, you're the only
like
one.
nothing like it at all.
Such bullshit.
Like, that has not been in any reviews or anything from it. Like, the simple thing people have said is like it was a bit of a swing and a miss, but
It's funny.
it was
That's
a new
so funny.
path.
It's like Expedition 33. Have you ever played it? No.
Never even heard of it.
It's basically just Doom,
Is it even turn-based combat? Is it turn-based?
It's
it is
action
turn-based.
fighting, but with turn-based elements with your wolf.
It is
So
turn-based.
as you're fighting,
can.
you send your wolf in and you counter it and stuff. That's all
Look,
I got.
That's all I got.
from
I haven't
Expedition.
played it. I haven't played it, but I have played Expedition 33. And I'm on first looks, I'm pretty confidently I can tell you it's nothing like Expedition 33. It's just turn-based. That's the only bit that it shares.
So what you're saying is it's more like Black Flag.
Yeah, I think it's like Doom.
Yeah, there's water, so therefore it's Black Flag. Yeah. It's like Where Winds Meet. Other than that, no, I haven't got an opinion on it.
Where Winds Meet does seem decent.
Well, John tried playing that the other day. How did that go?
I actually really enjoyed it, but obviously I haven't had the luxury of time to sink into it. So, but yeah, the very, very, very limited experience I've had of it. I mean, it seems pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of Ghost of Tsushima, in all honesty.
I think it's big gacha.
Chinese.
This is that Chinese MMO with the.
It's not an MMO. It's not an MMO.
It's not very good. It's not very good at all.
It's an open world RPG. It's not an MMO.
It's an open world RPG, but it feels like there's like loads of stuff to do, but nothing really means anything. And then you're just running from point to point to do stuff, but nothing means anything.
It is very well known that it's a very grindy game.
It's gacha, but it's cosmetic only, so it's not a proper gacha. There's no pay to win involved. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that you can play it on your phone and then on your PC and then on your microwave and all of that type of shit. It just I tried playing it and I just couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. My problem is that I look at anything like that and I sit there and I think, how is this similar to World of Warcraft? I always sit there and I think, how is this better than World of Warcraft? And then I realise I have World of Warcraft.
No, there is nothing better than World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft can't replicate it.
Oh, here we go.
No, okay. WoW is definitely at the top when it comes to raiding and raid environments, which is the main thing we play for. Now, but for Mythic Plus, I haven't played, but I've watched a good bit. Fellowship for Mythic Plus.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Game.
2
the
seasons
game
in or
is
so.
Plus, like.
Yeah, it's just Mythic Plus as a game.
Have you been playing?
Fellowship.
Yeah,
the standalone.
So that's what I mean. Like,
look, I thought you was on about Lord of the Rings for the minute. I know what you're on about.
Nothing compares to the WoW rating, just with the way it is and everything going in. But Fellowship has taken a list out of the bag, and that has the Mythic Plus, the dungeon pool, and mechanics and fighting through and team-based combat and that. So
interesting.
You'll see stuff coming, but
maybe we should Maybe all 5 of us should download it and play it in.
No, because what's the point?
No,
what is the point?
no.
Because you have World of Warcraft. This is what I'm saying. Is we could all download that and it could be great.
but why
we could
not?
have the best time ever. But we're all going to sit there and go, well, we've got a raid on WoW, so we're just going to go straight back onto WoW.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm just spitballing stupid ideas. So yeah, feel free to show
more
me
for
which
what
you are.
It's more for what you do after the season. As we've said, like you only do so much WoW until you hit your achievements, and then you move on. And it's normally during the season, later in, is when like a new season of Fellowship starts, and then that's new content. And I'm not saying it's a copy and paste of Mythic Plus, but it's the same format, and it's changed up with also the characters and other stuff.
Just saying, it's on sale right now.
It is on sale, but what's the purpose?
Well, it's Mythic Plus.
It's a game.
Well,
yeah, but what's the purpose? If there's no raiding, what's the purpose at the end of the? It's just a roguelike then, no?
Yeah,
M Plus is more fun than raiding, though.
I agree.
Yeah, but you only do M Plus for Keystone, don't you?
What?
So is there Keystone in this? What do you mean, not really?
No. I actually enjoy Mythic Plus. I don't. In most cases, I don't care whether or not I get Keystone or not.
We've all sat here and heard John screaming at his computer because he's in a shit pug.
Yeah,
that's enjoyment.
That's part of the fun.
That's quite cathartic. I mean, it's a good way of forcing pre-existing hemorrhoids out.
Yeah.
Great, we're there. We're at that point.
Finally, someone brought up hemorrhoids.
Well, I just want to know if there's an end goal to it. What does Steam say? What do the reviews say?
The end goal to WoW, like.
Oh, I don't know. Wait for the next season.
Achievements. So it does the same. As in, you have it going up, and it has the scaling dungeons going up and the levels and your achievements for completing certain stuff in certain times or whatever. So it is the same model. But like, if you're looking for it, the same as you're saying, like, oh, I'm looking for MMO, and I'm looking, oh, what is this like compared to WoW or so? It was like, look, you're not exactly going to find one that'll match the rating, but if you're looking for something that has the Mythic Plus feel to it, but it is at the same time different, that is Fellowship.
You also have.
I'd say there are games which do rival WoW for rating, like Final Fantasy, for example. Final Fantasy rating is actually amazing if you've ever done it.
Yeah,
but it's different. It isn't the same format or type of thing as.
How's Final Fantasy 14 into basically the same game.
It's like 20-40 man raids, bosses. You die and you spawn back at the bosses, which is fucking huge. It's really good.
You've also got the open world being challenged by Guild Wars 2. I played quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
And the open world in that, I would say, is marginally better than World of Warcraft.
So much
I think WoW open world is so much better than that. It's the best it's ever been in Midnight compared to any other previous expansion. Don't get me wrong.
The mounts in Guild Wars 2, it could fucking learn a thing from. I know they already stole the dragon riding from Guild Wars 2, but the actual ground mounts and the different things that every mount does, they have their own categories. That's something that they could really learn from.
Yeah, but then they'd have to make new models and stuff, and it's easier just to repaint you.
Yeah, reskin stuff and sell it for 60 quid. Have this.
With Guild Wars, the whole map is relevant, isn't it? Like the entire world is relevant when you're at higher level. Yeah. When World of Warcraft, you were playing that DLC and that's it. And then you wait for the next DLC and you play that DLC and then that's it. You're not in this big, massive open world.
Midnight has been an introduction into them wanting to bring back the old zones and kind of go into that, because you think from a development point of view, it has to be more cost effective and quicker for them to redesign areas that they've already have rather than making new ones.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we will see that in Classic Plus eventually when that releases.
Well, I'm hoping that we see it in fucking retail more, like they've already done.
The next expansion's in Northrend, isn't it?
The thing is, like, we need to. I think people are failing to. And people might find this controversial, what I'm about to say, but people are failing to draw the link between what they're doing with development in Classic Plus and what they've learned from what they've done, their Classic projects. Because Classic, for them, for Blizzard has been a huge research and data mining exercise for them over the last 5 years, because they've learned so much from the player feedback and the player data that they've been gathering from their classic and seasonal classics. So that, hardcore, seasonal hardcore, season of discovery, especially, that was a big one that they learned a lot from, which is ultimately what's going to drive Classic Plus. Midnight, and sort of coming back to Eversong and rebuilding Silver Moon, etc. I guarantee you, decision making for that was swayed very much by what they've learned from Classic, by releasing Classic, but the first time round. And that is what's feeding their pipeline now. That is, they're coming back and they're realizing, okay, fine, we know that nostalgia works. We know that re-releasing old content works, or remastering old content works. It's the direction that the gaming industry has gone for a long time. And you look at Black Ops 2 in COD, like they've like, how many people repaid £40 or £50 to be able to relive what it was like to verbally abuse a 9-year-old over the mic in the lobby. Like, it's but point being, I digress. Point being is that, like, Blizzard have learned a lot from the classic journey and the player data that's fed them. So I think you're absolutely right, Reese. I think going forward, I think they will, in retail, they will be making base zones, existing zones, relevant again, and they have to, because it's so big, right? When WoW first released, it was massive. It was massive because there's so much for us to explore. Plus the fact that you couldn't fly.
Just the lore as well.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You think all of the storylines you could go through, all of the zones that have been explored but not fully explored, that are old. There's just so much depth.
Can you imagine, like, a revival of Lordaeron somehow?
Well, exactly.
Like, okay, fine, yeah, Sylvanas blew the absolute shit out of it, and et cetera, but like, point being is, like, the revival of Lordaeron, that's one thing that you could look at.
They did that now. Isn't that like the Forsaken quest?
Yeah, they kind of did, but now like Lordaeron's gone.
Yeah. No, but isn't there like a whole quest where you start cleaning up the Fel, or not the Fel?
There is.
Yeah, you clean it up. But like, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, can you imagine if they
can't fucking use it?
Can you imagine if the Undercity the Undercity and the Undead Council, as it's known now, can you imagine if they actually came out from underground and rebuilt?
They might be doing next expansions in Northrend. There's going to be definitely some sort of undead involvement in that expansion.
Yeah, and like, we've already had, as Joe said, you went back in towards the end of Dragonflight and you helped them clean up and teach the stuff, and then some of the council came to the Dragon Isles too for like the conferences and shit. So like, it's already been there and the groundwork has started, because that was just you doing tests to find out how to clean up, and then you gave it to them.
Yeah, fair.
I wonder
it'll be interesting.
I wonder if they try and, I don't even know how it would work if the next expansion, Last Titan's supposed to be in Northrend. I wonder if they'll try and bring Arthas back, even though his soul is gone.
He's like super dead.
Man. He's like about as dead.
But is he?
Yeah, of course he is.
Is he?
Yeah, because you saw what happened to his soul. It just went poof.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're telling me one of the probably next to Illidan, the most prominent character.
Back.
Oh, fuck Illidan.
No, because he's with the Titans on the Pantheon at the moment. Like, if the next match is all about the Titans, he has to come back.
He is literally a moving component of the story right now. I mean, and you know what's interesting? I reckon, right, Malfurion and Storm. Wait, it's Malfurion and Storm Rage will come back as well. As will Sylvanas properly.
Maybe we'll get a revamped Ashen.
She's already properly back.
No, she came back for like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, John, you haven't played the story, have you? Yeah, she's.
Well, no,
she's
I saw the cinematic though. I saw the cinematic.
Yeah, she did that because everyone got annoyed, including myself, where it's that typical, oh, she's a bad guy and now she's seen the error of her ways and now she's good again. Oh, for fuck's sake, let's just cut her head off and crack on.
No, we shouldn't cut her. What they should have done, right, is just carried on letting her be an absolute fucking G, because she was so good. She was such an incredible.
Someone needs to die. Someone pivot. Get rid of fucking Khadgar in his wheelchair. Fuck that off.
Oh no, I don't think
someone needs to die.
Wait, hold on, hold the phone, hold. What? Just because he's in a wheelchair?
Wow.
No, not because he's in a wheelchair, but also
because he's a
someone
wizard.
needs to go. Someone needs to die. You need that grit back. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you need the war back in Warcraft. But to be fair,
they did try that with Bane, and they threw him off a cliff, and then he just sat there depressed, and it ruined everyone's game.
Yeah, that's very true. That was very, very true. I mean, the thing is, though, like, to be fair, have you played some of the side quests in Midnight?
I think we've all played the side quests in Midnight.
Yeah, so stories, I'll tell you what, the stories in Midnight, in the side quests of Midnight were really, really good. And actually, quite a lot of those stories in those quests were pretty savage, actually. But I know what you mean, like, in terms of, like, main plot, character plot, etc. Like, you need someone like Anduin to get fucking ripped in half or something.
I reckon Frau goes.
Yeah. I think
No, not Frau. Anyone but Frau.
I reckon Frau
please.
Goes.
Come on. No.
Do you reckon WoW would work with a Diablo aesthetic? Like dark and gritty, gory, and metal.
Turn it into an option. Well, in your options menu, just go, right, I want this to look gritty and awful, or I want it to look whimsical and lovely.
Gritty and awful every time.
Yeah, 100%. I want more blood.
They should just make it a Diablo MMO rather than an ARPG.
There's no point in making an MMO of a series to compete against their own MMO.
Imagine that. Imagine.
Yeah. The WoW Killer was another game by Blizzard. Who knew?
Yeah, we've sat at the top for too long. We need to dethrone our own game.
I mean, it's a genius idea.
World of Warcraft.
Did you see that Diablo's getting rid of the seasonal resets as well? The character resets. Anyone see that?
Hated that, no?
No, they're getting rid of it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
so it's like I can't remember what the mechanic's called, like Reborn or something like that. So at the end of every season, where you'd put your character into that like weird realm where you don't touch them anymore, they're making a thing where you can use your same character in the next season, but I think they lose all of. I think it basically. It doesn't really solve the problem because it just resets them back to level 1 and they lose all of their gear, but they keep their cosmetics, I think. But everything else resets.
It's just like a prestige level in it. So every time you do it, you get like another number on your thing. But you also do increase power each time you do it, from what I saw.
Oh, do you? Oh, I thought it was just hard reset.
Sure. I think it's like you keep some things. But Path of Exile is the king for that.
No, fuck off. Path of Exile, man.
It just doesn't compare. Doesn't compare at all.
Their talent tree is ridiculous. Explain
it's
that.
Not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad. You basically just.
Has everyone?
Do I want?
Has everyone in here seen it?
Close your eyes and roll some dice.
Yeah.
The talent tree on that is fucking awful. It's like looking at a universe full of stars. John, have you seen it?
It doesn't take long.
What, Universe of Stars?
No, Path of Exile 2's talent trees.
Oh yeah, I took one look at it and thought this tree is about as complicated as my pubic system.
Do you know what? Actually, looking at it again, I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that bad at all. And you say if you're staves.
Yeah.
If you're like basing your character on staves, you type staves and then it will highlight where your points are. So you basically just run your skill tree to these different points. Like I'm nearly 500 hours in both of them and I still don't know what I'm doing, to be honest.
So that doesn't make it sound simple. That doesn't make it sound... You've completely counteracted what you said. I'm 500 hours in and I have no idea what's happening.
But it's so fun every time.
But it's easy and good to get used to. Even then, I'm looking on Google Images at the talent trees and the diagrams that people have drawn to show what builds they've done. I'm looking at hieroglyphics. There's no like just straight path. This is what you should do. It is diabolical.
Yeah, like when you play it, you have 2 monitors on. So you have like one with Path of Building, which is a separate app where it like does all the maths for you. So you build out your skill tree, you put your skill gems in and stuff, and you test different skill gems against other ones, and you it's basically maths. It's fucking spreadsheet simulator. That's all it is.
Right. So let me recap.
Very RPG though.
Let me recap the last 5 minutes where you said it's really easy to get used to, and then you immediately said 500 hours in, you have no idea what's going on, and then you said you need 2 monitors to play the game because the second monitor is a fucking simulator to work out exactly what is best and what you should be running.
Oh man,
it's easy, so easy.
It's easy.
That's only if you care about what's best, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's realistically, you just look up a guide and put in what's best. Like, there's no like skill involved in that.
Well, I assume if you could just look up a guide, Leon would do that because that's what he's always like. But he's just said he has to keep up with two monitors.
No,
so he's walking every fight
time
being like, "Oh, gotta change talents."
Every time I've played completely blind, and I've regretted it every single time. You get to like nearly the end, and then your build doesn't work. You don't have enough money to fix it, and then you don't know how to fix it. And then
that in itself is enough to just make me think, no, fuck that.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that.
But it is so classic.
WoW is exactly the same.
No, but not retail WoW.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Well, no, because you can change your build on the fly in retail.
You can change your build on the fly, but I'm saying if you get to end game content, not normal way. If you're going for something like ahead of the curve, a fucking top tier mythics, the end game content, you're going to be found short if you have no idea about the talents that you're selecting and what build is the best build. I can guarantee you.
You just go onto logs and copy the best one.
This is what I'm saying though. Is if you go in blind, it's the same thing, isn't it?
It's the same as like the crafting system. You can absolutely fuck yourself so hard if you don't know how the crafting system works. Do you remember that guy who made the fucking like int weapon on a melee class?
Oh yeah. That was a great.
Who was that?
Oh, no, we're not bringing that one up. Do you know what? Right, we might as well.
John was so fuming.
We might as well just rename this fucking pod to let's just shit on John.
I mean, that wasn't you, was it?
You fucked up the crafting, John.
No, it was
you made
me.
that weapon.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't you.
The weapon wasn't John, but John fucked up crafting.
Yeah, John's fucked up. But the warrior that did the intellect weapon wasn't John. It was the other guy, and then he basically got bullied out of the guild.
Yeah, I think.
That guy. Oh god, I kind of feel a little bit responsible for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you bullied him.
No, Let it be known.
You fucking bullied him out of the guild.
I didn't.
Corey's the one who bullies people out of the guild.
Yeah, Corey was the one that
did also do a lot of the bad stuff.
Yeah, I didn't say anything
because he posted a message and he was like, I'm gonna leave for another guild, and just like no one said anything. It's like, right, good riddance. See you later. Take your intellect weapon.
Oh no!
Just for clarification to the listeners of this pod, we're not toxic. I promise. We're a little bit, but we're not bullies.
100%, it's toxic.
And and if there is any toxicity, it's all Corey's fault.
It comes from Corey. He's the
instigator every time.
He's got an issue. I don't know what it is. There's an issue there. He also isn't playing this next season either. But I can guarantee you, he will be popping into the Discord every now and then, going, "Yeah, how far have you got?" I can guarantee it. He'll be wanting it because when I messaged him, I said, "Why aren't you doing it?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm just not feeling it." Shut up, man. You're talking out your ass. You're not feeling.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
He was like, I haven't got the time. You fucking do. Of course you do. You're going to tell me that you haven't got the time.
Maybe he doesn't.
I'm going to see if he's playing anything right now.
Invite him into call.
He's on mobile on Discord at the moment.
I love him, really. I just like winding him up.
Yeah, we do love Corey.
It's been over an hour. I've done my quota.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean?
All right, well, good job, lads.
I'm done.
I think that was a really, really successful first episode back, to be honest.
The thing is that I'm gonna stop it, save it, and then listen back to it. And you watch it sound horrendous. You delete it.
It's not going to be horrendous. I think this is going to be.
Just not at the last episode. then just never mention it again.
It's
not canon.
If you're listening to this, then I didn't delete the episode and it made it in. If you're not listening to it, you'll never hear this.
Yeah. I think Conor wants to say something.
Yeah,
go on. He's got his hands up.
Boys, I'd like to say we will get a bit more organised going forward, and I will like to push to talk about stuff outside of WoW. As I've said, there's been quite a catalogue going back the last few months that I'm sure we've all touched on. Different games that'll start different stuff. Just a bit, never mind new games. I finally started playing the Resident Evil games, and that's also to do with Joe and him playing them. So there's plenty there, and I'm sure the boys have played them and that. So we will move on from WoW.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll send you a link. You and Joe can do your own episode, and then I'll just hold it as my own. You do your own.
It's going to be like right now. Horribly racist.
I'll become an agency. You guys go and do everything, and I'll take the money for it.
Reese is just starting to drop ship podcasts.
We're now actually just a podcast network.
Drop shipping podcasts. I haven't done it for 4 months, and now I'm just drop shipping. That's terrible. I think this has been great. Like I said earlier, there's kinks. Everyone's new to it, but I think it's been no different to a standard Discord fucking call.
I think that's what it's. I think that's the whole point of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I expect to see everyone at Raid later today. I will be off to the pub in an hour.
Today, I will not be there.
These people. These people.
Unbelievable.
You can't get mad at us for going to Raid when you go to the pub.
I'm doing both.
Who's decided there'd be a raid? For what? I'm still level 80.
Well, get to 90 and then we'll feed you gear.
It's not happening. It's not happening, bro.
What do you mean it's not happening? You can get to 90 in like 2 hours, man.
Yeah, what are we doing? What are you even doing it for?
For the vibes, man. The vibes.
Fuck the vibes. This was the vibes. This was the vibes.
They tried to get like a redo of Curve going, but like it never.
I'll get fucked. Well,
should have been there on the day.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm doing it for the mount, okay?
What mount?
Rotmire. You kill it, you get a token each week, and you can combine them and get a mount.
I'll just kill it in fucking 2 years, and you can solo it in 30 seconds.
Wait for it to get in the trading post, and you'll be all right. Like the Blaze cycle.
Is that in the trading post?
It's just fucking
That's in the trading post this month. There's 2 mounts in the trading post. One is a Parrot Bird, and one is the Blaze Smoke.
Hateforge Blaze cycle, that Mountain Dew American promotion, and everyone was going nuts for it over here. And then they did that secret one where it was just a green reskin, wasn't it? I think there's a purple one as well. I think that was the trade.
Yeah, there was 3 colours.
This has been fantastic. See you later, everyone.